Hi there. So if you're watching this video, it's because you've requested some information from me. I'm going to do three things here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm going to tell you where I was, my situation, my life, and where I am now. So my name is Janice Waldegger. I am a Canadian resident. I have three beautiful children, and I'm a registered nurse. And I'm really happy to tell you that I am a successful business owner. So about 2.5 years ago, I found myself in a situation where I was completely stressed out from morning to night. I don't know if you've ever been in a situation like that or you can relate, but I found myself being completely overwhelmed. Overwhelmed because of the work I was doing as a nurse, was causing so much stress on my body. I had a health challenge at that time, and being a single mom put me in a position where I wasn't really financially stable, or as stable as I'd like to be. Sure, we were living okay, but we weren't doing any of the extras. It was always the stress of financing. At the end of the month, was there any extra money? And pretty much not. And because I have growing children and I was looking at them being either in college or in university in the near future, and the fact that I still had a really big mortgage, had a lot to do with that anxiety and that overwhelmed feeling. So I was actually really looking for something. What could I do to change my life? I knew my circumstances weren't going to change unless I found something to change them. So I was on my computer one night and I found a post on Facebook talking about a company that was coming into Canada in the near future. And I started to do my research about that company. And what I found was that a lot of what I was looking for, or what I found out, really aligned with my core values. How I wanted to raise my family, how I volunteer in society and our community, and just the principles of taking care of each other. So when I did my research on Monate Global, that's the company that I joined 2.5 years ago when we launched into Canada. I did not actually know the impact it was going to have on my life in so many different facets. So this is what I'm going to share with you right now. We have a great little easy to follow along and easy to share document called our Dare to Succeed. And if you look at my t-shirt, this has become a little bit of my mantra in the last year, but brave is the new beautiful. If I wanted to change my situation on where I was as a single mom, being stressed out and lack of extra finances, I had to become brave. So in that, I have really blossomed and bloomed and really just become a whole new and better person, both to myself and to the people that I encounter, whether it be my family, my patients, my customers, my clients, and my team members. So one of the things that Monate really resonated with me was our mission. So our mission is to help people everywhere enjoy beautiful health, fulfilling lives through our exceptional natural-based products. And we have a fun and rewarding business opportunity, which I'll tell you a little about, and a culture of family, service, and gratitude. So I really could connect with those core values. So Monate offers natural-based hair care, not only for women, but across the whole family. So for men and for children, any types of hair, any ethnicity, we have something for you. Now, one thing that I was looking for was a company or a product that was going to grow, that we were going to have a big opportunity to reach a lot of people. So hair care is an $81 billion industry, and it's projected to go to 105 by 2014. So I was really excited about that growth. And Monat is one of the first of its kind to actually, in the social marketing avenue, to share natural-based hair care. And when I say social marketing, I'm actually talking about word of mouth, connecting with people and networking. So we as women, especially over men, and that's just our nature, is that we refer and offer that very freely, very authentically to people, whether they're people we personally know or even to strangers that you might hear a conversation when you're in line at the grocery store. So one of the things that recently was referred to me is I was looking for a lipstick line. I was looking for a lipstick that wasn't going to wear off, that maybe my color choice, and a friend recommended a brand of lipstick, which I did purchase. And I was also looking recently for something for my son who's struggling with some skin challenges. And as I was reaching out, I had some referrals. And this week I actually purchased a product that was referred to me. So that's what I talk about social marketing. And what I found out was that Monat had a really awesome executive team when they first started out, and they had a projected growth to do 1 million in sales. And what they actually did was 25 million in sales in that first year. So that was 25 times their growth. But the growth didn't just stop there. We've continued to grow. And between 2016 and 2017, we actually did 700% growth. So we're a company that has innovative products that people want, that's really exciting to share. And we are globally expanding. So we started out in the US, we moved into Canada 2.5 years ago, and we've now launched into the UK just last month, and we are going to continue to grow and grow. So that again is something that you would want to take into consideration if you're looking for a business or a company to start with to help you with some extra finances. And one of the other things I was looking for was a consumable product, because what happens when you have a consumable product, you're going to have repeat business. And I love the fact, coming from a bit of a science background as a nurse, is that we have clinically proven ingredients. So it's not just on a product that's been clinically proven, it's on all of our ingredients carried out through the product line. And just on a side note, as we've gone into different countries, we haven't had to reformulate any product at all. And UK has a much higher ingredients that they look at to be able to bring a product into that country compared to the US. And so we were just really blessed to hear that we did not have to reformulate any of our products. Now, I don't know about you, but I used to have a cabinet full of products that I bought for my hair, promising by what I read or the advertising that it was actually going to perform. And what I found is that I had a lot of product sitting in my cupboard that didn't do what it was said it was going to do, and I couldn't get my money back. So what I love to offer to my clients is that we do have a 30-day money-back guarantee, and I help them with that. We also own our research and development, our manufacturing, and we're debt-free. So the Urdaneta family was the family that started this company in Miami, Florida, but they came to it with a whole lot of background experience because they have a skincare line in Latin America called Ludine, and they're in 5 countries. So with all that expertise, they were able to bring it into Monat and have the success that they had. So one of the things that I absolutely didn't want to do was be in a situation, let's say a year from now, or a year and a half from now, or 2 years from now, and that company dissolved because they wouldn't be able to make a go of it. So you can see by our growth of 700% in 16 to 17 that we are a growing, thriving company, and we won't be going anywhere other than up. So those were some of the things I was looking for, and Monat was able to share that, meet all those expectations for me. So our mission is really to create a community partnership with humanistic focus that promotes the involvement of families in the development of strengthening of their communities. So we have a little program called Mo Gratitude, and we're always looking for places where we can shine on other people that might need our help. So we make the world a better place by working with organizations that have positive impact in a society. And one example of that is working with the Salvation Army in different communities. And we focus on families, children, and youth, and education. And that again aligned with my values as a mom and as a person that wants to make a difference in society. So that just kind of touches on who our company is, what our background is, and then you kind of get an idea of who I am and what my background is. And if you'd want to connect with me, one thing that I absolutely love of what I've been able to experience in the last 2.5 years is not only are the directors and the leaderships ahead of me the top income earners in the country, whether it be the US or Canada, but I have a great team that I work with locally and throughout Canada that I help them. So one thing that I help them do is to look at where do they want to be, look at what's your situation now and where would you like to be a year from now. So if your goal is a financial goal, we'd sit down and we'd say, okay, what's that goal and how can Monat help you be a vehicle to reach that goal? So my goal that I had in the beginning was to be able to cut back my nursing hours because I did find they were having a toll on my health challenge, like I mentioned in the early part of the video. So I thought if I would be able to cut back, then my health would be better off. And I'm happy to say that that's exactly what I've been able to do because it was a written down goal. I worked hard to be able to reach that. So I now am not working full time in my nursing business, and I haven't decided if I'd want to quit altogether, but right now that's what Monat has allowed me to do. It's also given me the opportunity to go on 3 trips that has been at the expense of Monat, and earning that, I would never have dreamed that I'd be going on a cruise. And I'm taking my son with me. So it's super, super exciting. And we have one of the top compensation plans. So if you're a numbers person, you can get out your calculator, you could see for yourself what we pay out and how that would fit into you reaching your goals in a timely fashion. We also have a 3-tier car program, and I have and am a recipient of the car program. I have a white Cadillac in my driveway, and again, did I ever think that 2 years ago I'd have an extra vehicle for my family as my kids are getting older and becoming at the age to drive? Never thought that I'd be driving a Cadillac, but Monat offered it, I worked for it, and I succeeded at that. And that's one of the things that I love to be able to work with my team and the people that choose to work with me is that if that's your goal to have $500 extra a month, if your goal is to have what would make a difference for you, maybe $2,000 a month. If you want to be that 6-figure income earner, I know how to teach you. I know how to make those steps that you need to put into your already busy life. We're not saying that you have to quit your job. I did this starting out working full time. And so that's what a lot of our people do. They work this in to the spaces in their life where they can fit it. So it's really condensed income producing activities, and I teach you all that. So if this sounds like something that you'd like to look into more about, we've got our clinical studies on our products, we've got samples, I've got the compensation plan I can send you, and I hope that gives you a taste of, as you watch this video, about who I am, how authentic I am, and see if we're a fit to work together. Because one thing that I don't want to do is tell anybody that they have to work with me, tell anybody that they just have to join Monat. It really has to fit for you. It has to resonate for you. And then we can go deeper. Even if we go deeper and you decide, no, it's not for me, that's completely fine. The whole idea is to give you some information so you can educate yourself and so that you can make the best decision for yourself, for your family, and for your future. And I am so thankful that Monat came across my path, and I decided, even though I wasn't sure how it was going to pan out, that I said yes. I couldn't have dreamed to write down what actually all I've got out of it, because the friendships and the connections with the people that I've met along the way, even some of them that haven't joined the company or aren't some of my customers, I've made some connections with beautiful people that wouldn't have come across my path otherwise. And I know that as I continue to grow and develop and do my personal development every day, that I can make a way bigger impact on life, on society, on my community than I could in the position I found myself 2.5 years ago. So if that's something that resonates with you, I want to connect with you, to spend more time with you, to ask you some really soul-searching questions and see where we go from there. So thank you for listening, and I hope we have a chance to talk further.